Hello my treasures, it's time to barrage your way to victory with a Discard Warlock. This is really a deck that I've been trying to make work since the March of the Lich King set actually came out. I just needed to find the perfect engine to use with the Discard Warlock support, and I think I found it, which is Curses. A lot of the cards that make Curses incredibly strong in Standard Hearthstone can also be used in combinations with cards like Soul Barrages instead of the Curses themselves. To do this, cards like Lady Darkbane and Tasman Rome actually have a lot more flexibility in this deck than a stereotypical Curse Warlock deck, as you also do have Soul Barrage in order to get a lot of advantage off of both of these cards. For the mulligan guide of the deck, there are two ways you can mulligan for. If you have Tome Tampering in your hand, you are also going to want to look for cards that will give you additional advantage when they're actually discarded. However, if you don't have Tome Tampering in that opening hand, then you're probably going to be looking for early game removal tools, Alistair the Bloodthorn, or things even like Scourge Supplies and Runed Mithril Rod. With that all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, so looks like a game against Demon Hunter. That's kind of interesting. We're going to get rid of Tome Tampering and the other card, mainly because we don't have anything to discard with Tome Tampering that we really want to do. I'm just going to pass the turn back. Oh, okay, so it actually is Rogue. It's been a while since I've seen Rogue. I do kind of want to do something with Concoction Rogue. There's actually... Discard Rogue is another deck that I kind of want to try out, but I don't know if we have enough Death Rattle support for that to finally be a thing. I mean, we probably do. I think it's going to be like a sub 20% win rate of a deck, but I don't know. Maybe we'll try that out. If I can pull off the combo once. It's been a while since I've done just a meme deck. Or a complete meme deck, I should say. A lot of the decks I've been putting out recently have at least above a 45% win rate. At least in my hands, they have. Okay, we're just going to coin out the Rod. Might as well. We have the Dread Lich, which is nice, and the Dark Vein, which is actually pretty good. Well, they're going to get rid of our board. That's a little bit frustrating, but it's fine. We're at 18 HP. I really wish they had put down some minions so we could actually kill it. Oh, still using that card in this game. Oh, Tome Tampering's funny. Drain Soul, I think I don't know. Tome Tampering would be really funny to actually make it work. But I think Drain Soul is the safer bet. We're going to go with the safer bet for now. Because it gives us a little bit of additional removal for things like that in particular. Not exactly what I would have expected, but pretty close to it. I love that rogue skin though. That Edwin looks way better than the original version. Well, we can use the Drain Soul on the big crab. Use Touch. And then we can use the other Drain Soul. Just healing ourselves up by a lot. Use our hero power. Probably should use our hero power. Yeah. Because that makes the Dread Lich a little less awkward to actually use next turn if we do decide to use it. Oh, Alistair. Swift Scale, please. I mean, out of all the things that they could have discounted with that I'm not too sad about. I mean, in theory, that could start getting really powerful if they have a lot of ways to just keep casting it, but right now 1 mana discount on 2 cards is not something I'm worried about. Well, there goes our hand. Let's just go face, and we can use Dread Lich. Maybe I'm thinking about using Grimoire of Sacrifice. That would have also worked, but I liked it this way a lot better. And then we can also use our hero power to actually maybe we don't want to trigger it now. Oh, it's going to trigger anyways because the cast one draw card counts. Always forget about that, to be honest. Okay, so in hand we have Soul Barrage, Lady Darkbane at 24. Trying to figure out. Oh, Mage Secret. So we're going to test if it's going to be Counterspell. Because knowing my luck, it probably is. Oh, Tome Tampering. That would have been nice. I don't know. a little bit earlier. Okay, so it that could have ended really, really poorly. We're going to try to kill this. Oh, okay, we can actually kill it. Have the Soul Barrage, which is 6. Dark Vein, which is lethal? Yeah, we have lethal here. Actually was a really hard one to miss, or hard one to see. And voila. Okay, time for a game against Mage. Ooh, I actually don't mind this hand that much. I think I actually ended up cutting out the Savage Yim Jar just because of the fact that I'd rather have something like the High Priestess instead in some of the later games. And actually, this hand looks way better than it looked before. Okay, we can actually make this one work. Scourge Supplies is always a good turn 3 play, though we could use it on turn 2 if we really felt like it. But our hero power is usually pretty strong for turn 2, so... Ooh, Walking Dead. That would have been something nice, maybe a turn later, so we could have actually discarded it off of the Scourge Supplies, but we'll make it work. Just need a Tome Tampering, to be honest. Yeah, let's coin out the Scourge Supplies, see if we can get anything really cool. Ooh, Lady Darkvein is nice. Oh, I think Grimoire is probably going to be the card that we get rid of. I'd rather just keep the Tome Tampering and the Lady Darkvein, mainly due to the fact that Lady Darkvein off of a Tome for 1 mana is really, really, really nice, especially if you can discount it even further with the Mithril Rods. Oh, speaking of Mithril Rod, let's just discard everything here. We should get quite a bit of advantage. Maybe even kill out their entire board. The animation on that is a little bit too slow in my opinion, but I don't think it technically is an issue in Standard Hearthstone right now. So imagine if you could more easily get a 3rd copy of Tome Tampering. So you could just loop them back and forth, back and forth. Maybe using something like Zola in order to try to get a Nagaline with Tome Tampering on it so you could get additional copies might work. But the deck is already pretty tight. I do need to do something with Renathal. It's been a while. Just trying to think of what class to... Oh, Nathria doesn't really do us much right now. And that allows us to actually play something, so we might as well do it. The next turn we can use Mithril Rod. We did put us at a little bit of a disadvantage compared to them, but really depends on what version of Mage they actually are. So it looks like Hero Power, which probably means Big Spell Mage, I would assume. Okay, Touch of the Nathria, which is Hero Power. Ooh, there's Row. Let's kill that. Pass it back to them. Probably should have used the Rod, but oh well. Hey, Wildfire. So they aren't really... Well, they could be an older version of Big Spell Mage. You never know, though. Oh, Drag Below. That's actually really, really nice because we can just instantly kill it. And we can Hero Power again, see if we get anything cool. Ooh, is it cool? I actually am a little bit disappointed that we didn't get all the Eternal Palace bosses in Sunken City, but whatever, I guess. We got a pretty good chunk of them. Okay, there's the repeat on the fire, or Wildfire. Huh. We don't have anything really good yet to use in combination with the Dark Vein, so... Having it at 1 mana is really, really nice, though, in the end. We'll see how this ends up working for us. Frostweave Dungeoneer doesn't actually... Okay, they're going to draw 2 cards. Do 4 damage to our face, so we do need to kill them really, really quickly. Oh, ooh, actually, Soul Barrage is pretty nice here. So, Soul Barrage number 2. Oh, there is one problem with that. Soul Barrage number 2 is going to be discounted to 0 next turn, which means Tasman can't actually give us an additional 0 cost version. Well, we can still do a lot of damage, I'm pretty sure, in the following turn. Because what we have, Tasman at 6 + 6, and then we can use Dark Vein. Okay, everything gets... Oh, perfect. Discount the school teacher that we shuffled in earlier. Let's use Soul Barrage. See how this ends up turning out. Sucks that that's gonna be 0 cost, but it is what it is. Okay, that's also 0. Should be getting 2 more soul barrages. Let's see what we can get off of this. Nothing. Oh, that. Oh no, it doesn't actually do what I want. That'll be 6 more damage there. Okay, so there's 18. Well, I mean, if they have a fire eye, then we're in a bad position. But we're oh, they're at 16. That actually might not. Okay, they're gonna put down a minion. That's 7 more there. We have 16 damage in hand. Ooh, I'm assuming they probably have another Reckless Apprentice if they're using the hero power there. Or not. That just prevents us from attacking. I'm actually fine with that. Oh shit. That's actually the perfect top deck. Perfect. That should be lethal, right? Or pretty close to it. And if it ain't Soul Barrage, it's another type of barrage. Hey, time for a game against Demon Hunter. This might be a little bit more interesting. We're going to get rid of the Cultist. Ooh, get Row instead. Doesn't really do much yet, but is a nice, really big combo piece for later in the game. Oh, okay, so it's going to be quest line. That actually might make it a little bit of a bigger issue. Though, if they can't actually... well, it depends on how many minions they actually have in the deck. Because a lot of our cards won't do anything, and a lot of their cards won't do anything. Oh, the Dread Lich, that's... And another card that does nothing for us yet. Well, just gonna put down the Cultist. Might as well put something down for this turn. We can coin out the Rod next turn. We're in actually a pretty good advantage. Okay, perfect. But I do know that Quest Demon Hunter can do a lot in a single turn, which is kind of scary. But coining out the Rod is actually probably a pretty good play. It sets up Dreadlich, though we won't be able to use Dreadlich next turn because we only have 5 mana. They're discovering a minion. Alright, what minions could they have in that deck? I forget. It's... I really do like the idea of using that card. I don't know. There has to be a more fun way to actually use it. Okay. Oh, Tome Tampering. Now, is that something that we want to use? I kind of do want to use it, to be honest. Let's just put down the Walking Dead. I guess it isn't the Walking Dead, because that's a show and a comic, but, you know, it wouldn't be... Oh, shit. That's a card that I didn't expect to see. Alright, so Sinful Brand. Huh. There's an OTK there with Sinful Brand that I just haven't done. That I really, really do want to try to do. Just figuring out the math there. I actually am curious if that actually scales up with my spell damage. Because that might be a little bit more funny if it does. We're going to kill both our minions so they don't have something to just keep doing 2 damage to our face. Minimizing the amount of damage that we're actually going to take. Drag Below, Fell Rift. Oh, Tome Tampering number 2. And Soul Barrage. Okay, we can make this work. We're just going to use this so we don't have an empty hand, though, or a full hand. There's the Fell Barrage. That is the reason why I probably shouldn't have actually done what I did. Okay. Tome... Oh, Soul Barrage number 2. How do we want to do this? We can put her down. We can put a curse in their hand. Then we can shuffle everything into our deck. That should be... Oh, we're one off of lethal. If we had another minion, we wouldn't be, but it's fine. It is fine. Turn 8 against Quest Demon Hunter. Well, I mean, they have to use the Abyss Curse unless they have lethal. And they're getting pretty close to lethal here. Come on, just give us something cool. Curse would do it. That isn't a curse. Come on, curse. Curse generating card. I don't care what. That doesn't tell me anything. That also doesn't tell me anything. And there we go. Let's just kill that. See if we can get anything cool. So I'll take another drag below. And just kill one of those and pass it back for lethal. Okay, time for a game against Priest. Or maybe not Priest. It depends if it's actually Rogue. I feel like I have faced more Rogues than anything. Oh, not anymore, but more Rogues than a lot of classes. When it's an underplayed class, I always assumed it's going to be Rogue. Could also be Questline Priest, could be Death Rattle Priest, could be Thief Priest. There's a lot of Priest options right now. Okay, so it is actually Priest. Good to know. Ooh, Brand doesn't really do much. Oh, Mythal Rod. Okay, we can make that work. Drive in the Shadows. Oh, just going to use our hero power, pass it back to them. This is going to be one of those games where the opponent just doesn't keep their hand empty, is it? I just want to put some curses in your hand. That's all I want to do. And burn some cards from your deck. Oh, so it's mill. Actually, that helps us out a lot. If we get a Tome Tampering, then we're in a really, really good position. We're just going to go face. Let them hit our face for 7 damage next turn. Mainly because I didn't want to burn a card. Oh, okay, they're just going to coin out a 6/6. That's fine. Alright, so... Abyss Wave. Pretty nice top deck, in my opinion. And we do have the Pity Dark Vein, if we really, really need to use it. Soul Barrage, okay. And the second Abyss Wave. Our hand is full, so we're going to burn whatever we top deck. The Vision of Darkness. Man, the fact that that card basically counters the curse package support is really, really annoying right now. Like, we can still win without the curse support, but I would love to be able to put any amount of curses in my opponent's hand. That would be really, really nice, but I guess we're just not going to be allowed to do that. Of course, the one time out of all the cards we could have burned, I guess we go for the Dread Mount. There wasn't really a good option there, to be honest. What do we want to do now? Let's use Drain Soul just to get the HP pool a little bit lower. Since if they are Blessed Priests, I don't want to have to deal with that, to be honest. Well, there's the second Radiant Elemental. All they need is a third. Vision of Darkness. The fact that that's going to cost 1 and they're just going to be able to fill up their hand is really, really frustrating. Drag below. So they're going to be able to fill our hands with curses, but we can't fill their hand. Okay. I see how it is. Actually, I might do something with the sister and do something very similar to what they're doing in the future. That's technically what the Undead OTK deck started as. But then I just pivoted to that because I didn't see many people do anything with curses. But we're just going to empty our hand out a little bit. Use Scourge Supplies probably next. Draw 3. Oh, second Scourge Supplies. Well, let's go with High Priestess because that basically doesn't do anything. We're going to get 1 card. Our hand is still full. Desperate Prayer doesn't do much. Okay, Animated Dead, which will get back a elemental. They have 2 elementals, so that's... Wonder how many minions they're actually running in that deck. Well, Vision of Darkness, please don't get another Animate Dead, because that would be really annoying. Okay, Void Shard. Get another card. And another card. Just fill up your hand. Why not? Keep burning your own cards, I guess. Oh, that is a lot of card draw. Walking Dead actually isn't the worst card to burn. We can use School Teacher here. They don't have that full of a hand. Okay, Phobal and Evil should almost kill everything. You can use Touch of the Nathria Z. Oh, I already used the other Curse Wave, didn't I? I'm trying to remember if this is the game that I did something really, really stupid. I don't remember if it is. I'm just going to use Soul Barrage to get a card out of our hand. Okay, Shard of the Naru. Touch. This is exactly the game that I'm thinking it is. Oh no, it isn't, because this will be Soul Barrage instead of what I thought it would be. Okay, I can make that work. I can make that work real well. We can kill that. We heal up a little bit. Soul Barrage number 1. Get a curse in their hand. Soul Barrage number 2. Number 3. And we're just going to have to hope they don't have a Shard of the Naru. Down to 10 HP though. That's actually pretty nice, I would say. A Desperate Prayer. Probably going to have Zyrilla if they're using Desperate Prayer. That's fine, mainly because I don't care if they get rid of most of our board, but... Actually, they could also not have Zyrilla in hand. They could just be trying to out-survive the face damage that we're going to have. There's a lot of possibilities of what they're trying to do. So it is Zyrilla. Gets rid of our board. There's Soul Barrage. Kills their Zyrilla instantly. They're at 13 HP. Vision of Darkness. Okay. I think I missed lethal this game. I'm trying to remember if it's the game that I'm actually thinking of. Oh, they're keeping the curse in their hand. Okay. So they're at 8, 9. Track below. Let's draw 3. Ooh, Walking Dead. It's a cool. Let's get rid of the Walking Dead. That's the easiest decision in the world there. Let's life tap, see what we get. Mithril Rod, a little bit too late there. And we did miss lethal, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because that would have been lethal if I just calculated it right. It is what it is. Sometimes you make mistakes. Can't always play perfectly, I guess. Amulet of the Undying. Well, one of those is annoying. The other one doesn't really do much. You're going to have to use the curse, or they just instantly die next turn. Oh, okay. They're going to heal themselves up for 8. Vision of Darkness. Oh, Tome Tampering's funny. I don't know if we can actually use it next turn. I mean, we can, but I'd rather not miss lethal again. We have 2 damage on board. Force Dread Lich. Just going to go face. We can put another curse in their hand, I think. Oh, no, we don't have the space. Oh, but that Tasman top deck has the last card in our deck for 12 damage, and there we go. Alright, now that we're through the game, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. Overall, this deck performed surprisingly well. However, I will say I wish I had been able to fit a little bit more Discard Warlock support within the deck, because I really do think that deck is 1 or 2 cards away from being really, really decent. I think the card that the deck really is missing from being a standalone deck is something that will draw you additional cards whenever it is discarded. However, because we don't have a card like that, I think this is probably your best way to actually make full advantage of the Discard Warlock support currently in Standard Hearthstone. This deck surprisingly has a very high damage output through cards like Soul Barrage, which might be something that would catch your opponent off guard if they're not actually expecting it. Because you have a lot of ways within this deck to actually get a lot of advantage off of your Soul Barrages, this is a very powerful, very small engine that most Warlock decks could in theory actually use if they are looking for something to just do direct damage to your opponent's face. Sure, at first glance, Soul Barrage is actually just a worse fireball, but Warlock doesn't really have that many ways to do direct damage to your opponent's face, and this is probably one of the better ways to actually do it, at least in Standard Hearthstone, which means this is an easy recommendation for you all to try out because it doesn't actually stray too far away from a stereotypical Curse Warlock deck. With that all being said, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.